Hey buds! So I'm finally here to conclude the identity terms series that I had on my YouTube channel. It was really just to give you guys the information and the terms that I used to help educate my own self so I could live a better and happier life. So I just wanted to give you guys that type of accessibility. And also as a great reference, I'm not sponsored by them, but the ABCs of LGBT plus by Mardell. Seriously, you should get it. It really did help me. They cover way more than what I covered. I was just covering the terms, like the basic terms, but they literally go over spectrums, gender. I mean, they break it down so that it's more digestible for you as an individual. So I really do recommend this. But my goal for this was really just to, my goal for this was really to educate you guys, just so that way you guys could use the resources and tools that I had to live a better life, to live your best life for you, not for other people to know your terms, not for people to dissect you and label you, but it's for you to understand yourself through the ins and outs, so that way you can get closer to a happier and a more fulfilling life, in the idea of creating your own Eden. Okay, so I really want you guys to take this into account for yourself, not for other people. This has nothing to do with anyone, with your partner, with your parents. This has to do with you as an individual, of understanding and loving yourself. And that's what I found the most beneficial about all those terms. And how it helped me understand myself was, because I have some notes, was I was able to feel fulfilled and happy. And I also learned how to treat myself and honor those outside of my being. I learned how to treat myself good, how to put myself first. And in the end, I was able to help out more people than if I put myself last, than if I was in misery, than if I wasn't happy, to do it. Now I'm just oh yeah, of course, I have this energy, I have this extra time, I have this extra money. Yes, I'm more than welcome to do that. But of course, fill up your cup first and let the overflow fill up theirs. So this is really about yourself and understanding your own happiness, not worrying about theirs. So that's what really helped me with that. So how I started looking at myself was really, I see myself as a growing mystery. So when it comes to these identifying terms, I first had to understand, who am I as a person, as a being? Am I just this? Will I always be like this? Or am I going to be changing? Am I going to be discovering things? Am I going to be seeing different perspectives? And that is what I got out of this, was I understood, actually, I'm bigger than just one subject. I'm bigger than just one aspect of my life, that I'm actually an individual that's forever growing, that's forever changing, and could forever create new identities, new terms, new ways that I relate to myself, the way that I project myself, the way that I resonate with myself. There could be different terms. So that is all that. So for me, how I because I kind of want to give you guys my own testimony. So how I came to terms with my own identity was, as a child, right? A lot of people say as a child, I know. As a child, I always gravitated towards more, as society would say, feminine toys, girl toys, girl outfits. Those were things I just grew closer towards, where I was you know what? Yeah, I really like this. I like this sparkly pink dress. I like brushing Barbie's hair. I like creating fashion clothes. Those were all things I gravitated towards. But as a child, I wasn't supported in those types of areas. So I was redirected towards like sports, towards being outside, towards nature. You know, it was more of different types of outlets that my family was trying to put me on. So as like I got older, I just like kind of understood that, yeah, I was a little bit different. And I also had an attraction towards men, that like the more masculine men they were, I was like, oh my goodness, muscles. Oh my goodness, their smile. Like it was weird. Like I was in middle school and high school, like, oh my gosh, fangirling over these guys. Literally, we had like a little book too. But besides the point, I just thought that, okay, I'm whatever my family tells me I am, plus I just have this small attraction. That's how I saw it. And as I got older, I started realizing that I wasn't just external, that there were things internally that I desired, that I wish I had experienced, that I wish I had, that I wish I could be like. And once I started understanding that, that's when all these other terms started popping up. And I started doing more research, and I started discovering more and talking to more people, and then resonating with certain aspects of their perspectives. So it brought me to a level where I started to see it was more than just what I was projecting. It was a lot of inner work that I had to do to make myself happy. So fast forwarding to college, that was a time period where I almost like lived a double life. It was like during the day, I would just do what I knew I needed to do, go to my classes, get my grades. But then at night, I would like change into like a different person, and I would do totally different things. And I started pulling myself apart into two different worlds. And after doing that, I really lost myself, of course, you know, because I wasn't unifying my body, my brain, my heart. I was just, oh yeah, like a little bit here, a little bit there. And so I started stretching myself to these terms that people gave me. It wasn't a term that I gave myself. It was just things that I resonated with. I was like, oh yeah, I could see that. I could see this. And I started doing little researches, but not really doing the research in myself, not really looking within, seeing how I actually felt about these things. How did it resonate within me directly? Like what would be my story of this? What would be my version? So then after college, I really broke out of that shell. I really was like, you know what? I can't live this double life anymore. I have to be happy. I felt like I was lying to myself. I can't just lie to myself and lie to my friends and lie to my partners, and I'm breaking hearts and I'm breaking relationships and I'm getting frustrated with myself. I mean, literally, it was so chaotic just trying to fit these terms that people gave me. And as I got older and as I understood, okay, this is who I am, this is what I want to be, that's when the terms really started popping up for myself. I started my journey as a gay guy, a gay teenager that was just attracted to men. It grew into me being genderqueer, non-binary, where I was just whatever I could get, whatever little piece I could get to make me happy. I was like, I want it. Now, right, and I actually have my terms, and now, okay, I am a genderqueer, masexual, non-binary, pansexual, zsexual, transgender woman. Okay, and to the ones that know, you know. To the ones that don't, it's none of your business. Because at the end of the day, this has to do with me. But you can see where I started with one term. I started with one term that people use to label me and to project a certain type of image onto me. And even now, people still want to use one term. But the terms are not meant for other people to dissect you. They're meant for you to understand yourself, make yourself happy, understand who you are as a being, understand where your growth is, where it is that you want to be in your future, where you want to be in your garden. That's what these terms are for. And after I realized what I was really doing and what I really wanted, I had no stress. I didn't have these regulations of, oh, if I want to be like this, I have to do X, Y, Z. Oh, if I want to be projected like this, I have to do X, Y, Z. If I want this person to treat me a certain way, I have to do X, Y, Z. No, it has nothing to do with that. Gender, identity, it has nothing to do with other people. It just has to do with yourself. And if they don't abide by your boundaries, then you set different boundaries for yourself. Boundaries are not meant for other people, they're meant for you. Terms are not meant for other people, they're meant for you. So just understand it for yourself so that you can find true happiness and bliss. That you can wake up every day and be like, you know what? I have facial hair and I love myself. I have leg hair and I love myself. One day I look like a woolly mammoth. The next day I look like a bald cat. Oh well, I love myself either way, and it will not change because I already know what I stand on. I know who I am. So I really hope that you guys find the confidence and you guys find the love of understanding yourself. It is the most beautiful thing to be in love with yourself, to understand yourself through and through, and let not a single soul change who you are. You know who you are. Find them and make them happy. Give yourself the Garden of Eden that you deserve. There goes the ad. So I guess I'm gonna have to wrap this up, but it was getting good, right? But I love you guys. I hope this helped you guys really grow and understand more about yourself as it did for me. And I'm also going to be releasing more information and more context of all the tools that I got in my growing up stage of me discovering myself, so that hopefully you guys don't have to go through the hassle, okay, of trying to put things together and do research and all these videos. I'm going to try my best. I'm not going to say I have all of them, but I'm going to try my best to sum up everything on this YouTube channel. So I'll see you guys later, and I love you. Bye.